Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hey guys, I wanted to come on and talk to y'all really quickly about building clientele. I put a story up yesterday. In fact, I think it's probably still up. It's a poll asking you what are your current concerns in your businesses. And everybody, oddly enough, voted building clientele, getting clients in the door was a problem or concern for them. So I wrote down some tips and things that I want to share with you all so that you can start getting clients into your place of business and rebooking them. But really quickly, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jessica Fields. I'm the founder and owner of J Fields Co. and Spa. I actually have a spa located here in Houston, Texas. I personally have been crafting luxury skincare products since 2004. I am a licensed esthetician here in Texas, and I teach other estheticians and aspiring estheticians on how to make more money in their business. So I've been operating my spa here in Houston since 2019, and I have gotten to a point where I don't have a problem getting new clients in, and I don't have a problem getting my clients to rebook. So I want to share with y'all some of the things that I have done, learned, and experience-wise so that you can use some of those tips and tricks so that you can grow your own brand. So the very first thing I want to tell you to do is we have to expose your brand. We have to tell people why they need you and why they need your services. So in order to expose your brand, you need to think about who is your target audience. So who is it that you want to come into your place of business? And you cannot just say, oh, I want everybody, or I want anybody. I just want somebody to come in and pay for my services. If that is your mindset, you're never going to have a full book. You're never going to have a full day of clients because you're always trying to just reach anybody and everybody. Your message that you are saying out to people is going to just be all over the place. And when it's all over the place, it's likely that no one is going to hear your message. So you have to sit down and think specifically, what kind of customer do you want in your place of business? And then you need to tailor your message, your brand, to that audience. You have to figure out how to talk to them. For example, if you are looking for millennials, you need to figure out how to talk to millennials. If you are looking for baby boomers, then you need to talk to baby boomers. Your messages typically need to be tailored towards them. This also plays a part in where you're marketing to them. For example, if you're looking for baby boomers, most baby boomers are not on Instagram. They're on Facebook, if they're even on social media in that regard. So you have to pay attention to those kind of things. Who is your target audience? Tailor your message to them, and then find where they hang out so that you can go and take your message directly to them. That's going to be the first thing that you need to do. Identifying who you want as a customer. Be very, very specific. Think about male, think about female, think about their age, think about how you're going to help them. That actually should be the number one question you ask. How are you going to be helping people? And I hope you're not thinking, oh, I'm just trying to make some money. Because if that's your mindset, again, you might likely struggle. You should be in this business because you're looking to help someone else. You can have a passion for all things beauty, skincare, makeup, and all of that, but you should be in it to help people. For example, if you're into makeup, I want people to realize it doesn't have to take all day to put on a beautiful face of makeup, and you can make this beautiful face last. Put it on in the morning, and you shouldn't have to be touching up every 30 minutes. That could be your goal, but the point is you're helping somebody. My goal in my spa is I'm here to help you reach your skin goals. I feel everybody should have beautiful, glowing skin. And if your skin isn't where you want it to be, together we can work to achieve that skin goal. That's my message. So I know who I'm talking to, so I know how to tailor my message, and I know where to put it so that more people are exposed to it. So that's the first thing you want to do. Now, briefly in talking about your target audience, I have mentioned marketing. In order to expose your brand, you must market. You must find some kind of way to market your business. There are free ways and there are paid ways. There are digital ways, so that means on the internet. You can do it through websites. You can do it also in person. You can do networking events. You can do radio ads, billboard ads out on the streets. There are all kinds of ways to market your business, but you need to figure out what's the best way, again, to reach your target audience, and then you have to figure out how you're going to pay for it. Because again, there are free methods. My favorite free method is Instagram, which is what I'm on right now. And let me also say this. I'm recording it on Instagram, but I'm going to repurpose my content, cut this video up, edit it, and then post it on my YouTube channel. And I might share it on Facebook as well. But that's another trick. When you're marketing your business, whatever avenues you use, don't overwhelm yourself and think you have to make 10 different types of content. You should be able to make one type of content or have one message to sell, and you craft that message in different ways so that it works against different platforms. For example, I can create a digital flyer that I want to, say I'm going to a networking event and I want to be able to give people either a paper copy in hand so I can have this digital flyer printed and handed out, or for those who are more tech savvy, I can say, hey, I can drop it to you, or I can text it to you, or I can email it to you. But then I can take that same flyer, the digital version, I can upload that into my stories on Instagram and Facebook, or I can resize and format it to a post, and I can post that on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or anywhere. You can take your content and repurpose it. But the bottom line was you have to figure out how you're going to market to your target audience and where you're going to market to them. Now, I've talked about free marketing, and I've talked a little bit about I haven't talked about paid marketing. I was talking about more so free marketing. Paid marketing you can actually do with social media, which just means paid ads, paid Facebook ads, paid Instagram ads, boosted ads. You can actually do paid Google ads. You can do Groupon. There are lots of ways to market your business. So you just need to figure out which avenues are best for you and which avenues are best for your customers, and then sit down and create a plan. I actually am debating on how we're going to go about, I'm debating on how I want to teach you guys some marketing tips, because I definitely want to share some of the things that I've used over the years that have worked really well, and then I want to share some of the things that I've done that have not worked well, so that you can either learn from my mistakes or maybe even redo them, the idea, and you execute it differently so you get better results. So that's kind of my goal, my motto. I want to share the things that I've learned, that I've been doing since 2004, and tell you what worked and what didn't work, so that you can learn from my mistakes, and then so that you can learn from my successes. My successes you should be able to replicate. My mistakes you should not repeat, or you should find a different way again to execute the idea that it is successful for you. Let's see. So these are tips for building clientele. The first thing I wanted to do was help you expose your brand and tell people why they want you, why they need you. The last thing I want to tell you on this part is make it easy for people to book you. You should have a website or some sort of booking service. There are lots of free services and there are lots of paid services. You just need to find a service that meets your needs. When I first started offering spa services, I used free, and I think I used Square. Then I even moved, I think, to a free Acuity account. And I hopped around and tried some other ones that I can't think of right now on the top of my head. And free worked for maybe about the first year, because I was booking here and there around my schedule, around my life. I can say I wasn't 100% committed to filling my books from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. But when I got to the point where it was like, okay, it's time out for games, Jessica, let's just get busy, I realized I needed a paid booking service. So currently I'm using Acuity, and I absolutely love it. So I would recommend you get some sort of booking service. This takes the pressure off of you as the business owner, especially if you are a solo esthetician. And this is going to come in handy. So when you set up your social media profiles, you go and set up your marketing plans, your marketing efforts, you can direct your customers. Visit this website and get something easy to remember, something easy to spell, so that when you're telling people about it, you're not having to make them write it down in order for them to remember it. So you want to make sure whatever booking service you use, you set it up to link it to a website, link it to something that you can share with people to use. For example, I told y'all I use Acuity. So initially when you set it up, Acuity gives you some long domain. I went and customized the link to fit my business name. So it's very short, J Fields Cove Spa. That's mine. So that's how you can get directly to my booking services. But that's not the only way that makes it convenient and easy for my clients to book. They can book my services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They don't have to jump on the phone with me to do that. They don't have to text me to do that. They don't have to send me messages on social media to get to book a service with me. They can do this all on their own. Now, that doesn't mean everybody is going to take that approach. There are some people that absolutely need to talk to you on the phone to do it, especially some of my older clients. Or they want to do it via email or via text. Find out what works for your lifestyle, what's going to be convenient for you that you can be consistent with. For example, if you have a dedicated business line, feel free to give that number out. But just let people know business hours are from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. or whatever they are for you. And stick to it. Don't start returning calls 8 o'clock at night just because you were sitting down and you saw some messages come through. When you do that, you start training your customers and your clients that they have 24-hour access to you. And trust me, that can severely raise your anxiety, stress you out, and burn you out much quicker than it needs to. So set up parameters, set up boundaries, and stick with them. But again, getting your booking service is not just to make it easy so people can book you online. It sends out reminders. When people actually book your service, it's going to send them a reminder. It's going to send them a confirmation. Hey, you have a signature glow facial with Jessica Fields on April 17th at 11 a.m. Your time is going to start at 11. You should be done by 11:50 or whatever. It gives them all the details they need, your address, phone number if they need to, directions, any details that you need your customers to have before your service. You can link it in your confirmation and reminder emails. With Acuity, when they book online, it actually makes them fill out forms. So when my clients get here, I don't have to spend extra time having them go over intake forms or consent forms because they've done it online. But say you get a client that you book over the phone or you book through any other avenue, you still need to do those intake and consent forms when they come into your place of business. So just keep that in mind. But we're trying to make it easy on our customers and ourselves because especially as a solo esthetician, it can be difficult to do so many moving parts. So your booking service helps people book 24 hours a day. It helps people, welcome. It helps people have access to reminders, confirmations. A booking service can take payment for you. And as a solo esthetician or as an esthetician who's just starting out, I highly encourage you to take not just deposits, full payment. If a person books online, they should be paying for the service completely, or putting a credit card on file. This covers you in the event a customer no shows on you, or they come in super late and you cannot longer accommodate their service. Make sure your policies are clearly written and advertised on your website and all the avenues that you're going to be marketing through. This is going to help prevent questions, concerns, and angry customers later. Let them know right from the beginning, I have a 24-hour cancellation. You can make it changes up to your appointment reschedules up until 24 hours. After the 24-hour mark, there are no more changes. That's my policy, and I stick to it. I also have a policy, you cannot book a service more than 48 hours in advance. But that's my policy. You find what works best for your lifestyle and how you dream or envision a successful beauty business to be for you. You need to sit down and really identify that. So as you're building out your policies, as you're building out your business, you can format your business how you want your lifestyle to actually go. So let's see what else. Your booking services. I told you all about making sure you're setting boundaries when your customers or clients get phone numbers from you, that you're only answering and responding to things during business hours. And I say this from personal experience. When I first started, I was just so eager to get people in that I was giving out my number. And when I was giving it out, I was willing to respond to messages anytime that I saw them. And I was always pressed, you must reply immediately. And sometimes that's not conducive. For example, if I'm working on a client in here in the space and I start getting text messages, it's rude of me to stop working on this client so that I can respond to these messages. So let your clients know, text or responded to within 24 hours or text or responded to within 12 hours. Whatever boundary you can set in place, make sure that you are sticking to it and you're letting your clients and customers know that boundary is in place. That way they're not confused or angry later on. Again, this is actually helping you set up great customer service. You're creating boundaries that you can live by. Your customers are going to know and come to expect those things. So now we've talked all about building your clientele, what to do to expose your brand to get people in. Now that we have booked a few people, I want to tell you how to get them to rebook. The very first thing you want to do when you get them in, you need to provide amazing services. If you are an esthetician and you're waxing, you're doing lashes, you're doing facials, whatever it is, your service needs to be amazing. Your protocols should be great. If you're trying to be results driven, show some results. Be honest with your clients up front. If they're coming in, say they have lots of hyperpigmentation, which are dark marks. If they have lots of that and they're like, that's what I'm here for, let your client know, at the end of this service, I cannot guarantee you're not going to have any more hyperpigmentation, because hyperpigmentation can take time to reverse and to correct. So you need to be upfront with your customers about that. Don't ever go in giving a client the idea that you're going to solve their every problem at your first visit, because that's all that's going to do. Customer, and potentially make them go and tell other people, oh, she doesn't know what she's doing, or he doesn't know what he's doing, because they told me they could do it, or they let me think they can do it, and then they didn't actually meet the goal they set. So just keep that in mind. You want to always provide great customer service with your services that you're providing. Something I do with all of my clients, no matter what service you're coming in for, except for waxing, because waxing is pretty obvious what they're coming in for, hair removal. But like my customers that are coming in for facials or body treatments, I ask them, what's your goal for today? What are your concerns? So if they're telling me, oh, you know what, I see deep wrinkles, these laugh lines are really prominent, that's what I'm here to focus on. Or I have suddenly got a lot of blackheads, a lot of whiteheads, a lot of breakouts, so I'm here for help on that. That lets you know how you need to customize your treatment to actually reach that client's goal. And when you can work towards their specific goal, direct them, give them tips, recommendations on products, services, or whatever, it lets the client know, 1, you're educated, 2, you know what you're talking about, 3, you actually care about what they're here for. You're not here just to make a dollar. Again, this is all into customer service. When your clients think and know that you care, they trust you more. So then they're ultimately more likely to spend money with you. So the next thing you want to do is you want to provide superior experiences, different from customer service. Yes, you're providing a great service, but your experience for your customers should be absolutely phenomenal. For example, when my clients come in, I always offer clients, oh, can I get you something to drink? You know, I have regular bottled water, I have sparkling water, I have fruit infused water, because we are a spa, so I'm all about health and wellness. But for my VIP clients, I have wine, I have herbal tea, I have champagne, plus all of the other things. So I'm trying to help you feel comfortable. And certain services, clients get nice spa robes, they get spa slippers. So I want them to come in and have a complete experience that when they leave, they're like, wow, damn, she knocked my socks off. Let me go tell 2 and 3 people about her business. Let me go tell 4 and 5 people about her business. So that's what you need to do. Provide absolutely superior experiences so that your clients will want to rebook. The last thing I want to tell you that you can do or should be doing at the end of every single service, I don't care what service it is. Okay, for example, if I have a waxing client come in for a Brazilian wax, that's one of the things I'm known for. How, your skin looks good. These are the things I saw. For example, if I have a client who comes in, I'm like, I saw quite a bit of ingrown hairs. That could be from several things, and I usually ask them, do you exfoliate? Most people on average don't. So I say, okay, well, let me educate you real quick. Exfoliation is going to be key to help reducing ingrown hairs and to help the hairs come out easy. When we're getting ready to wax, you should exfoliate the day before. So I educate. I'm big on educating my clients so they can never say, I didn't know, I didn't understand. But at the end of that, I'll say, okay, these are some products I may recommend if needed. I'm not trying to push a product on every single customer that comes in. I'm only recommending products that I believe you truly need to help you reach whatever your skin goal is. But lastly, for Brazilian waxes, I recommend you come once every 4 weeks, once a month. So I actually have a VIP membership that lets you come in for a Brazilian wax once a month. You'll get a 20% off coupon voucher that you can give to any of your friends or family once a month. You'll get 10% off of any additional waxing services for yourself. You'll get 10% off of any J Feels Co product. Now, my Brazilian wax as of April 2022 is $85 for your one-offs. But if you become a VIP member, you get it for $69. You're charged $69 the same day every month. So for me, I'm now expecting that income to come in because they're a VIP member. They are getting special perks to utilize. And I'll tell you right now, out of my VIP clients, 15% maybe use the discounts that I give them. No, don't worry about it. You did amazing. I don't need a discount. Or, oh, I sent a friend and I gave them the code, but the friend doesn't use the code. The friend just says, so-and-so sent me and told me you were great. Now, I do a referral program too. So if my VIPs or just any of my regulars say I sent someone, after a person sends me 3 clients that pay full price, I'll give them some either discounted service or a free service or something. But I do a referral program. But the point is, immediately I'm getting my client back on the books. I'm telling them the best services that are going to work for their pocketbook and for their desired goal. So I highly encourage you to do this. And I know, especially starting out, it might make you feel odd, like, oh, I can't ask them to rebook right now. Oh, I can't ask them to pay for it right now. Yes, you can. And you should. This is going to guarantee that they actually come back, because if you leave it up to most people, they'll say, oh, I'll go on your website, or I'll call you, and then they forget. And it's not that they didn't enjoy the service. Sometimes life happens and you just forget, and now here you are 5 weeks later and you're like, dang, I need a Brazilian wax. Let me see if I can get in this week. But because you, the esthetician, have been following the rules, you've been booking up. Now this client can't get in again anytime soon. They're going to have to wait a couple more weeks, which more likely that might make them find another esthetician or use a razor. So encourage them. Book right now. Let them know your cancellation policy. Let them know the reschedule policy. So if they have anything that comes up, they go out of town, they just need to adjust their schedule, their time, their day, they have options. But this at least puts the client back on your books for a future visit. So those were my tips I wanted to share with y'all. I can't stay much longer because I have another client coming in about 14 minutes. But I hope this information has been super, super helpful to y'all. If you have questions, please drop them below or send me a DM. I am happy to get them answered. If you guys love the information I shared and there's more information that you want to know about, please shoot me a DM or comment on any of my videos or posts and let me know what it is that you want to learn more about so that I can bring you that information. Also, if you have specific questions about your business that you would like for me to address, I definitely would encourage you to book a strategy call. It's a 25-minute call. You get to talk directly to me. It is virtual, so we'll be seeing each other, and I will record it and I'll send you a copy. But it'll allow you a chance to pick my brain over the many things that I've learned over the years. So I hope y'all have an amazing Tuesday. I will talk with y'all later. Bye.